everybody. Just a quick review of kind of a recap of our tournament last week. First tournament with all Stix Rods. Fished Lake McClure with the Modesto Ambassadors. I finished 6th out of 30 contestants. Pretty good, just under 9.5 pounds. Big fish I had was 2.5, 266, something like that. Kind of go through what I caught them on. First fish of the day came on an A-rig on the number 6 power rod. I was fortunate enough to catch fish on all 6 rods, so that was pretty cool. A-rig that I'm throwing is just kind of a locally made one, an Airhead. It's a 5-wire with the little spinners. Throwing it with Strike King 1/8 ounce heads and Kitech 3.3 inch paddle tails. Caught one first thing on that. That was one of my bigger fish of the day. Started moving down the bank. Throwing a 5-inch Senko, wacky rigged with an L weight in it, Nico rig I guess you could call it, in Monster Shad. It's only available at Monster Tackle with a 3/64 nail weight in there. I caught those fish. I actually caught the most fish of the day on the number 3 hybrid stick. Seemed to hold up good. I liked it. I caught probably 10 or 12 fish on it throughout the day. Most of the fish in my limit came throwing the wacky rig Senko. Jig fish. I was throwing a jig on the number 5 rod, a 1/2 ounce homebrew head with a Yamamoto Hula Grub. I think it's number 330. It's a green pumpkin with purple and copper, I believe. Caught 3 or 4 fish on this. They were real weird. They liked it swimming on Sunday. 40-45 fish that I caught throughout the day. The smallest fish came throwing a jig, which was a little bit opposite of what it normally is. The reaction stick, throwing a crankbait, just a Tennessee shad. It's a bomber, fat-free shad. Caught 3 or 4 on that. Really no size to it, but I did catch them on, and that's the number 4 rod. Moving over to the spinning rods, the number 2 hybrid spin stick, kind of one of my go-tos throughout the year. 1/8 ounce Darterhead, a 6-inch keeper, 1059, kind of like a Pro Gold that California Pro Worms makes or used to make, but the keeper version. Caught quite a few fish on that, throwing it out. Darterhead, a lot of times I catch the fish on the fall. Sunday they wanted it on the bottom, shaking it, and then they would just load up. The last of the rods, the number 1, the finesse stick, caught 3 or 4 fish drop shotting. A 6-inch Morning Dawn with just a little 1/0 Gamakatsu Splitshot hook. Didn't fish the drop shot too much. Pretty much just fished it enough to catch a couple fish on the rod. But rods handled well. I liked them. The only issue I had on a couple of the bait casting rods is my loose reels. They didn't sit real good, so they were a little bit loose. I fixed that problem by just adding a little bit of electrical tape around the reel seat and then cranked them on there, and now there's no more play. So all in all, a good first outing. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to catch fish on all 6 rods, which was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to my next outing or next trip, fishing just the 6 rods.